History loves to tell you the most dangerous people who ever lived were men. History was wrong. One of these women commanded a navy bigger than most countries. The other may have killed more people than any woman in recorded history. And almost everything you've heard about her is a lie. We're counting down. 2 real women, verified records, not campfire stories. And by the end, I'll show you why the scariest one on this list might actually be innocent. Stick around. Number 1 is the twist. Hungary, the late 1500s. Elizabeth Báthory is born into one of the most powerful families in Europe. Royalty in her bloodline, castles to her name. She's educated, wealthy, and untouchable. That last part matters. Remember it. When her husband dies in 1604, Elizabeth takes control of everything, and then the rumors start. Servant girls walk into her castle and don't walk out. Investigators eventually take testimony from hundreds of people. The Guinness World Record still lists her as the most prolific female murderer in history. The number, you've probably heard, 650 victims. Here's where the legend takes over. You've heard she bathed in the blood of young girls to stay young forever. It's iconic. It's terrifying. It's also probably made up. That story doesn't appear in any witness account from her lifetime. It shows up about 100 years after she died. And that 650 figure, it came from one second-hand claim about a private book, a book that was never found. She was formally charged with 80. She was arrested in 1610, but never put on trial. Why? Because putting a woman that powerful on trial would have shamed half the nobility. So they bricked her inside her own castle. She died there 4 years later. Guilty? Almost certainly of something. A monster of 650? That part we'll never actually know. Hold that thought. It matters for number 1. Castle in Hungary to the open sea, and a woman who didn't hide her power. She advertised it with 1,000 ships. China, early 1800s. A woman known to history as Ching Shih starts out working in a floating brothel. In 1801, she marries a powerful pirate, Zhang Yi, and reportedly only agrees on one condition, an equal share of the power. Her husband dies in 1807. Most widows lose everything. Ching Shih takes the whole fleet. Under her, it becomes the Red Flag Fleet. By most estimates, hundreds of ships and tens of thousands of pirates. One captive put the number as high as 80,000. For comparison, Blackbeard had 4 ships. She ran it like a corporation, a strict code, death for desertion, death for assaulting a female captive. So how do you take down someone like this? You don't. The King Navy tried. She crushed them and recruited the survivors. She sailed away largely intact. So in 1810, the most powerful empire in the region gave up and offered her a deal. She took it. She kept her loot. She walked away free, opened a gambling house, and died peacefully at 69. The most successful pirate who ever lived, retired. Beat. That almost never happens. So who's number 1? Here's the twist I promised. The most dangerous woman in history might be the one who was never actually dangerous at all. Go back to Báthory. Several historians, including Hungarian professor László Nagy, argue she was framed. She was an enormously wealthy widow, sitting on land powerful men wanted. The crown even owed her money. Many confessions came out under torture. The diary never surfaced. She got no trial. The most likely truth sits in the middle. Cruel to her servants, yes, but the bloodbaths and the 650 victims, that may be history's most successful smear campaign. So here's what these 2 women actually have in common. Power. When a woman had too much of it, history had 2 options: make her a monster or erase her. Báthory became a vampire. Ching Shih nearly vanished from the textbooks. The most dangerous thing about these women might just be how much they scared the men writing the story. If you want the next one, the Warrior Queens version, tell me in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.